Even though I know you have access to all the different holes in my body, it doesn't mean that you should have access to my phone. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaka. If it's your first time joining me today, I am so pleased to have you on here, and I do hope that you stick around. Please do not forget to subscribe. I do get gingered when I see that subscribe button numbers going up. Today's video, I have termed it Partners and Passwords. What do you think about sharing your passwords with your partner? Now, let me say that I am in no way trying to give an advice or trying to tell people what to do. I'm just trying to, I guess, share my opinions on what I think is ideal in my idea of a committed relationship. So if you're having a casual, a fling or just seeing someone on the random, they shouldn't have your passwords. Like, that's obvious. If you're, about going into a committed relationship with someone, I think it's worthy to ask that. Where do you stand? Like, guy, where do you stand with sharing passwords? If I'm gonna be your girlfriend or your wife, would you give me access to your passwords to know what he would say or she would say in the situation? Because if the person is like, oh no, my phone is my phone, your phone is your phone, you don't have access to mine, I won't have access to yours. Let's just, respect each other's privacy. So let's say that's his opinion on what he thinks his idea of commitment is, but you're on the other side of the road. I think you should really think about it. I think you should really, really think about it if you are willing to be with someone for the long shots and you don't have access to their phones. And also, I think it's worthy to note that, say you're already in a committed relationship and things are going fine, right? And you guys do not have access to each other's phone. Maybe you've discussed it prior to now. You're doing what works best for you. There is no need to start introducing tension and be like, so why can't I have access to your phone again? Don't do that. I mean, it's already working for you, right? So why, create a tension, especially if you already agreed to the no passwords thing before now, right? But if you don't have that kind of mentality, please do not go ahead thinking that in the future he would change or she would change, because if someone tells you something the first time, believe them, really, as cliche as it sounds. But do not give yourself an anxiety attack in the relationship, now saying, oh, why can't you give me a password, when he already told you in the dating phase that that's the kind of person that he is. Okay, let me just go right out and say, I totally 100% think that your partner should have your password. I wouldn't date someone that would not share his password with me. I've heard it all, when it comes to the reasons why people say they don't share the passwords. You need to have your self-identity. Like, even though we're in love and we're committed, I still think that there's certain areas of our lives that we should keep to ourselves. I think that we should preserve our self-identity. I think that we should keep our individuality. Even though I know you have access to all the different holes in my body, it doesn't mean that you should have access to my phone. Okay, that's one popular reason that I keep hearing. If you trust me, you wouldn't need my password. Let's not do that. Like, if you have to know anything about what I'm doing, let's just communicate, and then I would tell you. Open communication is best. Okay, I've also heard this reason. So this one is actually the most hilarious of all. People have said that the reason why they wouldn't want to even know or have access to their partner's phone or passwords is because you will find what you're looking for. And these are people who, when they're saying you will find, most times they're referring to infidelity. It's always a case of cheating. He or she is cheating, and you don't want to find that out. So you're telling me, let me get this straight. So you're telling me that the reason why you do not want to check your partner's phone is because you feel like if you do, you will find something incriminating. You will find something that will put the relationship in some form of tension. I don't get it. Like, you're gonna find out some other time, even if you don't go looking for, like, you will definitely someday find out, well, isn't it better to find out sooner than later? I mean, isn't it better to know if to get out of that relationship now or much later when you've invested like literally everything? Okay, I think that trust is the bedrock of every relationship. Like, you can't be with someone that you can't, even in your basic friendship, if you don't have a sense of trust, then it's really not a friendship. How much more a committed, relationship? So if trust is the bedrock of a relationship, a committed one, then what else fuels trust if not transparency? So I strongly believe that transparency is the fuel to trust. So transparency is what empowers trust. And if you have access to my body, you have access to my dreams. I share my dreams, my aspirations, my goals, my fears, because, we're in love, right? Then why can't you share your passwords with me? Like, the fact that you're making me have this conversation with you actually is making me really think back and say, what's the big deal? Like, we have promised each other that we're going to be committed to each other. I trust you. I trust that you're going to do your part while I'm going to do my part. So having the password to this, having access to this is not what's going to make you create this tension in the relationship. For people who say, oh, you're going to find what you're looking for, they say it as if your mind will be playing tricks on you to see what's not there. Like, that's how they make it sound. It's like the only reason why I'm seeing what I'm seeing, it's not because I'm looking for it, it's because it's there. So if I see a message of my boyfriend or my husband messaging his ex, then we need to have a conversation about that, because it's something that we have discussed that, okay, no more having conversations with, the opposite sex that are not family related. For example, if you now check his phone and then you see one of those things, then it's because you see them. And now we're gonna have that conversation, and it's probably not going to end well, because guys will get defensive, like, oh, why did you go through my phone? Hello, first of all, who's Trina? Sometimes, especially guys, make it sound like girls who demand access is because they're insecure or they're paranoid or they're dramatic, But newsflash, sometimes ladies only ask for your passwords because they just want to know if you're willing to give it. They want to know if you're going to have an anxiety attack when they pick up your phone to check the weather. They want to know if you're going to run out of the bathroom, sleep on the floor just to pick up your phone call. So just say I want to use your phone for something. I don't need you hovering all over my back because you're scared of some shit. Let me just say this outrightly, and again, my opinion, but really it's true. I think it all boils down to the fact that you have something to hide. Like, if someone doesn't want you to see something, it's because they don't want you to see it. But if you cannot give your girlfriend that you're committed to, your wife or your husband, the passwords to your phone, then I'm sorry, but you have something to hide. Like, it all boils down to that. Don't tell me, he's gonna misunderstand. Well, if there's something to misunderstand, then that means there's something to misunderstand. And maybe you shouldn't be having conversations that could be misunderstood. Maybe you should really think about your partner before you have some certain conversations. I'm just saying that it's comforting to know that someone's willing to share every aspect of their life with you. It's reassuring. Does that mean that your relationship is going to be as sweet as honey? Of course not. There's still other hurdles to jump. But I'm just saying, let's start with the basics, which is transparency. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, the higher the level of transparency, the sweeter the relationship, the more relaxed the environment of the relationship, the more trusting you are towards your partner. And if unlocking your phone is going to increase the level of your transparency and give you all these sweet benefits, then why not? Thank you guys so much for spending your time listening to me ramble about this topic. Really, I really hope you would put your ideas in the comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know where I'm getting it wrong. Let me know if you agree with me. Don't forget to like my video and don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, bye.